In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Packet Tracer for the first time. When you first launch your Packet Tracer, it will prompt for you to type in your email and your password. Once that validated, your Packet Tracer should display just like this right here. Now on the top, we have the menu. Okay, this is new, open, save. And we have edit, copy, paste, undo, redo, and option preference. That's pretty much we're going to use. Now the third row right here, we have the selection tool. This is the selection tool. This is the delete tool. This is the resize, place note, draw line, draw rectangle, and draw ellipse. Okay, ellipse. Now the bottom right here, this is a main category. This is the subcategory. If I click on the end of the network device, notice that the router automatically selected and it displays all available routers right here. If I click on the switches, it displays all available switches, hub, okay, and so forth and so on. If I click on end device on the main category, the end device on the subcategory automatically selected. It displays PC, laptop, printer, and others. If I click on the connection, we'll see bunch connection or cables right here display. Okay, this is the console cable, straight through cable, crossover cable, fiber, and so forth and so on. Let's look at what is console cable look like. Well, let's look at, here we go. This is the serial console cable. We use this cable to connect to the PC or a laptop, and the other end to a Cisco device such as router or switches. When we first install a switches or a router, we have to use this cable, so that way we can connect to the switches or the router to make a configuration change. Now this is the USB console cable. Notice at one end of the cable using USB connector, the other end use RJ45. And the last one is right here. This is what we call a patch cable. This is the RJ45 cable, or sometimes you call it straight through cable or crossover cable. I will not be able to tell whether or not this is a cross cable or a straight through because the difference is in the connectors right here. Okay. Alright. What we need to do is we need to draw some PC onto the workspace. So I click on the end device and I am going to place several PC to the workspace right here. I hold down the control key, click on the PC, then I can release my control key and just place the PC there. Now I want to create or place several laptops to the workspace. This time I don't hold down the control key. I simply click on the laptop. Notice what happened. I have to go down here, click on it again, go down here, click on it again. Now the next thing, I realize that this is not organized, so I want to rearrange them. How do I do that? Simply click on the device and move it to wherever I want to. Okay. Alright. Now I realize that there are too many PC or device in here and I need to delete them. Click on the delete button. Okay, and then just delete or click on the device that you want to delete. Next thing, I want to add couple switch to the workspace. So I want to use this switch, put it right here, and use this switch, put it right there. Now I want to label this device. Right now it's default to PC6, PC7, PC10. I want to change that. So how do I do that? Well, I click on the PC6 and simply type it over. Click on PC7, type it PC2, click on laptop 3 and laptop 1, so forth and so on. So you can change this label, the device label. Okay. Now what happens if I don't want to see the model of the device display at all? That is PC-PT 2960-24TT. I go to the option, click on preference, and there's a couple, here you go, place that I can do. Notice that this is show device model labels right here. Right now it's checked. If I uncheck it, here you go, the model label is gone. show hide, show hide. The same thing true for the name label. If I click on this, here you go, the name label are gone. Okay, that's what you can do. Now the next thing that I want to do is to draw a box, assuming that this device is in one building and that in another building, and I want to separate them. I simply go to the draw rectangle tool, click on it, and then I need to use the color that I want. Right now the color is red, so let's use black. Okay, click on OK and draw it. Notice that what happened in here, the fill color is already filled. That's the reason why. Now if I don't want to fill it, I just do no fill and say I want to draw a rectangle or ellipse for the second building, and I will use different color. On this time I want to use red. Okay, alright, and I draw it. There you go. Notice that it's no fill, meaning that there was no fill in here. Okay, I'm done with that. Now what I need to do is to label these two buildings. So I need to go to the place notes right here, click inside of that, and I'm type building 1, and this right here is going to be building 2. Okay, now I realize that they are not properly placed. So what I need to do, click on this select tool, click on this. When it's turned red, I can move this label. Okay, put it right there. Same thing, put it right here. Okay, now it looks good. The next thing that I want to do is to connect the PC to the switches using patch straight through cable. How do I do that? Click on the connection, and this is right here. It's my straight through cable. So click on it. I'm going to go ahead to hold down the control key because I want to place or draw many cable. So hold down control key, click on this, release the control key, and click on the PC. There are 4 ports on the PC. Okay, that's serial port USB 1, USB 0, and the fast Ethernet, which is your network port. So I click on it, drag it to switches, click on the switch. Note that this switch has 24 fast Ethernet port and 2 gigabit port. Since my PC uses a fast Ethernet port, I better use fast Ethernet port to connect my PC. So I'm going to click on the fast Ethernet 1. Okay, now do the same thing for this PC. Notice that fast Ethernet 0/1 is gone because it has been assigned to PC 1. Alright, same thing in here. Again, notice that 01 and 02 are gone because they are assigned to PC 1 and PC 2 already. So I use this one. A laptop, go to these guys and to the switches. Okay, now when you do that, make sure that you use the same port speed. Notice that the laptop uses fast Ethernet, so I better use fast Ethernet on the switches. Now next thing, I want to connect these two switches together. To do that, I use the crossover cable. Click on the switch, and I am going to connect to the gigabit port. Okay, here you go, gigabit port. Let's look at the port on these switches. Click on the switches and zoom in. Here you go. These are the fast Ethernet port. Port 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 23, 24. And there are 2 gigabit ports right here. Now let's look at the other switches. This switch also has 24 fast Ethernet port and 2 gigabit port, but it has a console port in front of it. We use this console port to connect to a laptop through a console cable, so we can make configuration change in the switches. Especially when you first purchase the switches, you have to use a console cable to get into these switches so you can configure the switches. Okay, alright. The next thing what we need to do is to to look inside of the switch very quick. Okay, click on the switches and click on CLI and press enter. Okay, so this is how you get into the switches. Now the same thing true if you want to get to the PC. You simply click on the PC and go through these menus right here on the top. Now we'll go over that in the next video. Thank you.